Hello, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about the line of work I do. I live in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I do cocktails for one of the casinos. And I began as a cocktail waitress at the age of 21. It seemed like a good idea because the jobs I had before weren't making ends meet and I wasn't getting paid enough. So my parents, being that they worked in a casino, they suggested that I apply as a cocktail waitress since I was old enough. And so I did. And I gotta say, what was very intimidating about my job was the skimpy uniform we have to wear. And the uniform consists of a corset and a thong. And so it took me a while to get adjusted to that. Obviously, I got over it. And the funny part is some of the customers till this day remember my first 3 days at work here. Also, one more thing. I gotta say, there is an opportunity of making great tips when you work as a cocktail waitress. When someone's winning a lot of money, they can easily throw you a large amount of money. But at the same token, let's get real, the economy still is not as flourishing as it used to. And sometimes you gotta work very hard for a dollar. And sometimes you get a lot of thank yous, so it's just all part of the job, right? And some areas are better than others. Let me see, well, we do have to know a little bit about the drinks, or a lot, but when I began, I really didn't know much. Everything is better when you're learning in the line of duty, and it's good to make mistakes while you're in. And I don't recommend you to take your job too seriously and start trying to taste all the beverages on your own, because it doesn't make for a good idea, and you'll get sick by it. So don't just leave it for the professionals, and I don't even suggest it for the professionals. And I gotta say that cocktails, it is heavy work. It consists of a lot of walking. I wouldn't want to know how much I walk on a daily basis. I think it would scare the daylights out of me. We do have to carry heavy trays on a busy day. I'm sure that can be up to 40 pounds or so. I do like the fact about our job that we get to interact with all kinds of different people. You can be dealing with someone very important, famous, I don't know, high job status, even up to the homeless person, I mean, and even they'll tip you sometimes. Our job's full of surprises, but it is kind of cool to interact and to make people feel welcome and have a good time. I do like that a lot on the most days, although it can be very draining. All that interaction with so many people, it could do a number on you. One other thing I gotta say, I do like the fact that this job has given me a lot of opportunities to do other things, like sometimes modeling. I've been in the LA Times article. That wasn't very flattering. It was about the dark side about cocktail waitressing and how it's a big meat market. It's partially right. Also, I've gone to be on TV several times. Been a ring girl for boxing matches. You get to do some crazy stuff. It's kind of fun. I've gone to promote like football season. I got to do raffles and be the host of the room. I mean, talk about thinking outside the box. Wow. So I've done some things I wouldn't I thought in a regular job. So that's always exciting. There is some negative stuff that happens here though. there is a lot of sexual misconduct. Some of our guests, unfortunately, forget to bring their manners when they come to vacation, and they say inappropriate things, and they drink too much and behave badly. But luckily, we do have security, and usually they can take care of business. The sad side also about working a casino is you see a lot of prostitution happening. Sometimes you see pimps waiting for the girls. It's kind of sad. And sometimes you see these young girls that look so beat up from life. See heavy gambling. You can go to work one shift and then you come back the next shift in the morning and the same person's still there with the same clothing. And getting sloppy drunk. That's always sad. We do have to cut people off sometimes because it is a responsibility. We do have to be careful that when people have drank too much, we do the right thing, and we have a lot of communication with each other on that, because I'm sure there could be repercussions from that. And another thing that always happens here, or has tend to happen, is there's a lot of office romances going around. I guess we work a lot with each other, and yeah, I'm guilty of it too. Yeah, luckily for me, I married the guy, so that worked out. And that's a little bit about my job. I could go more in depth about everything, but that's a whole different story. So that's a little briefing, and thanks for listening. You have a good one.